It's the Real Underground Sports. I can't hear myself. You know what I'm saying? It's Real Underground Sports on the Real Underground radio station app, the Real Underground Sports Facebook group page, Facebook page, YouTube Live, and all of that, man. It's been a while. Christmas edition. Got a lot to talk about. For some reason, I can't hear myself. Oh, there I go. Got a lot to talk about. But we're gonna start off talking about Arkansas basketball, man. I got a long take on that, so that segment gonna be pretty long. But we're gonna talk about Arkansas. We brought to you today by the Flavor Factory. You see the Flavor Factory up there. Will be open starting Tuesday. The Tuesday after Christmas, Flavor Factory will be like grand reopening. All of that, man. A whole bunch of cool stuff about to come from Flavor Factory. So I encourage everybody to get out there and start coming through messing with the Flavor Factory, man. We're gonna have a whole bunch of sauce in there for you. We got everything, bro, in the Flavor Factory. You will see a few items up on the screen as we go on today, and as we go along with the show. Right now, man, I want to get into a quick commercial before we get into our first segment. Let's get into this commercial real quick, and we'll do it that way, and then we'll get on to it, because man, I got a lot to say about Arkansas, man, and it's a lot of people around now. If you just listening to us, I know Arkansas basketball may not be your team, may be your team, so you may not want to hear about Arkansas, but you're gonna learn a lot about the Arkansas basketball team. And if you from the state, then I'm gonna give you a realistic perspective as to what to expect from the rest of the season, going into the tournament. That's that sort of deal. But just bear with me, and we gonna get into it, man. That's somebody I always call right when you go live. But let's get into this commercial real quick, man. And if you see right there, also there was you saw the Flavor Factory doors on there. I want y'all to go and check out. You're gonna have to come through the Flavor Factory. Here and there we're gonna have some sauce up, like right now up on the screen you see that legit trapping t-shirt from the Flavor Factory. We're gonna have legit trapping tees, legit trapping hoodies, as well as a host of all types of sauce and drips from all of the dopest designers around here. I mean, you name them, we'll have them in the Flavor Factory, and there's more to come. You know what? I'm gonna go on and play my music before, and we just get this out the way and do this before I get started, man. We're gonna get into the Christmas spirit a little bit, cause man, we gotta. If you want something new to play for Christmas, and you want to get something to ride to that you haven't heard, you want some dope Christmas music, then you can go out there. We got a video released later today, where you probably could check out this whole video. But I'm gonna play the song for you. But it's Joker Beezy. It's called Secret Santa. Telling you, if you want something new for the holidays, man, go out there and get on YouTube or wherever you can find it set. Check out this Joker B. It's called Secret Santa. One of the best songs out, but it's one of the best songs out, just period. But you know what I'm saying? It's a Christmas song. So it's something for y'all to do on Christmas, man. Just go out there, check out this Joker Beezy. But here you go, this Secret Santa. Man, y'all check that out. Real Underground Sports. Go over to that Real Underground radio station page, man. Check the whole show out. You can see what I'm talking about. You can also see that Joker B right there. That's up on the screen, man. It's a hell of a Christmas song. Play some of that, then we gonna get right into it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Cause I'm gonna give my take on what's going on. And play just let a little bit of that play right there. That's that Joker Beezy Secret Santa. That's something for y'all, man. For the for the holidays, bro. Go out there and check that Joker Beezy out. All right, but like I said, man, we're gonna get into this Arkansas basketball. Finna put y'all up on game in Arkansas as far as the team. You know what to expect from this team. What you should expect, man. If you should worry or whatnot. I think. Hold on. There I go. All right, there we go. I can hear it a little better now, man. Couldn't hear it at first, but now I'm gonna tell you what to expect, and I'm gonna tell you, give you a realistic view on what you should expect from the this Arkansas basketball team moving forward, and just how to look at. There's a lot of people right now, they not you're not looking at the team right now, and because we got a lot of people, and hey, they Johnny come lately, so you looking at the team from what it's worth for what you've been seeing from them right now, and it's like you want them to win right now, and you one of those people that want them to win right now, or hey, I thought they were gonna be good, and maybe they're struggling or whatever, you know. So I'm gonna say this now. I want to go back and find the video of me talking about them at the beginning of the season, where I give you a complete breakdown of the team, and I tell you what one of the issues we could run into would be. And it seems like this team is starting to have that issue, but we can fix it. Now, when I was talking about this team before the season started, one of the things I mentioned was that this team they're deep, they're a deep team, they're solid at all positions. But one of the things that I thought was going to be a problem would be point guard play. And one of the things I said was L. Ellis being a really good player last year, and maybe a number one player on his team last year, the way he went about being effective, I knew that could be an issue. And I knew that Minifield could give you a better flow to the team, but he ended up getting sidelined for whatever reason, and he's back now, and I'm gonna talk about that. So it stopped at trying to figure out the minutes early on, but it also exposed L. Ellis in the process. I'm gonna talk about how to fix all of that, but it exposed L. Ellis in the process from the simple fact of it showed what he lacks. Now, what he is and the way he plays, Ellis is he's somewhat like a Russell Westbrook type of guard in a sense. He and I say Westbrook because he's not a undersized lead guard that has mad jumper skills like Dame Lillard or Steph Curry. And so I say Westbrook. Now, if you just let him, if the team was built for him, for it to be all types of space, and he can just attack and do his thing and play, just how he want, you know what I'm saying, as free as he want, then, it would benefit him. But being that that's not how the team is set up, it would expose him, which is why he's having trouble, which is also why the offense is looking stagnant, because he is a score first guard, and he doesn't really look to set up anybody, which the offense looks stagnant because nobody's moving the ball around. Then you have a lot of guys that are they're attack guys, they're off the dribble guys, they're scoring guys, they're so the assists aren't there, and a lot of times they're standing around looking. So if I were Musselman and I had this issue, and I'm looking at this team and I'm seeing what's going on, one of the other problems that we have is rebounding. We're not rebounding. Now, a big problem is defense, and I'll get to that in a second. We got a really big issue with defense, but in light of that, we got a rebounding problem, and I'm gonna tell you how you can fix that rebounding problem, because we're going to have to fix these issues going into SEC play, and we're getting ready to start SEC play here in a second. We got a couple good teams that we'll be facing just right out the gate in SEC play. Now, the players could get mad about this, but I put Minifield into the starting lineup. I start him at the point guard spot. I start Battle at the 2 for spacing, and I put Mark at the 3, and I'll use Chandler Lawson in the starting lineup, but I put Brazile at the 5 and make him play at the 5 and in the post and around the basket, to where he can get more of the easy lobs, and he can start using his jumping ability to get more rebounds, being that when you got Minifield, Battle can move off the ball. He's catch and shoot. And you got Mark that can either come set screens up high, but you can run more of an offense where the ball is moving. And Minifield is the type of guard that can either get people the ball, or he's big enough to get in certain spots that Ellis can't, and he's looking to do what Ellis isn't looking to do. And it also stops, to me, Brazile being out there on the perimeter makes him ineffective and is limiting a lot of what he could do. But when you put him back down there in the 5, there's going to be certain bigs that won't be able to move and look to recover, to get back over to him, and then he can fix that rebounding issue that we have, because we need someone has to start getting more rebounds. Chandler Lawson now can stretch out to the perimeter from the 4, and he can knock that down. I believe he's probably shooting the best percentage from 3 on the team. And you run with that core for, part of the first half. When you got L. Ellis in the game, when L. Ellis is in the game, that's when you put Brazile out on the perimeter. And when Ellis is in the game, he can't be in the game at the same time as Battle. Then you move Mark to the back to the two, and then you bring somebody else in at the three. And when Ellis is in the game, you spread the guys out and let him kind of do his downhill and attacking. But then you have someone else that can play defense for him on the other end, and then you got a lot of players in catch and shoot situations, and that stop you from having that stagnant offense because he's coming in and he's gonna be running the offense that's suitable for him. So and I wouldn't do that for much time, but um, only long enough to get him in the feel of it, so you can keep his confidence, but he can play the way he want to play, and that's how I use my minutes with him. But then I get Brazil back down in the post playing the five, but I go from in the field on out, and then that second half down the stretch is the same thing. Now, what you also can do, because a lot of players are stagnant, have a lot of situations where you are putting them in their ISO attack situations, and I would do that more or less when I got Ellis in the game and players like that, to where if Battle is in the game or Mark is in the game, then it's like we take turns and sets to where it put them in their space to operate freely on their own, on their own, without really having to look to pass. But we got to get those, and just because they're in position to attack, and we're going to put them in position to attack, doesn't mean still that they can't make the extra pass. Part of being put into position to attack, and what we're looking to get out of it, is drawing the defense so we can make the extra pass, because those assist numbers got to go up as well. You know what I'm saying? I if we don't get those assist numbers up, we won't go very far, because there's a lot of looking around, whole bunch of looking around and standing around. But fixing the rotation of players and guards and allowing them to do different things, or putting, now also they're gonna have to be held accountable. I'm thinking that these players need to do more with being held accountable, in the sense of like, and not saying that he's not doing this or the player isn't doing this right now, but what I am saying is, Battle, if I'm gonna allow you to show off your offensive weapons, which that may get you on the next level, I'm allow you to be a all attack guy, then you're going to have to overwork on defense, and can't get beat in certain areas, and you're going to have to attack the glass. I call it the mid-range glass. Those rebounds that are coming around the free throw line, all of that, you got to attack that. Same with Mark. Brazil, if you're going to be allowed to, moments where you're a stretch four and you're able to shoot threes and all of that, then you're going to have to get down there and rebound, bro. And people can't just keep going to the man, they got a layup line out there on y'all, and nobody to contest it. So, and as a whole, if I'm letting y'all figure it out, or I'm trying to cater to y'all in a way that allows y'all to be y'all best on the court individually, then y'all gonna have to give me a much better effort on defense. We're not playing a lot of defense, but with that said, they're 8-4 going into SEC. Well, they got one more out of conference game on the 30th. I think they'll end up winning that. They'll be 9-4. Then we come in to SEC play with Auburn and Georgia, both which are like 9-2, 9-3, somewhere around there. So I believe we can beat both of those teams and get it together. I still think that Arkansas is a team built and set to make a run for the towards the Final Four. I see them as being an Elite Eight team. I said that this earlier this year before the season started, that with the group that we had, I believe that they would be an Elite Eight team, and I still think they are. You just have to now what what was looking like chemistry issues, I think was just it's just personnel issues, and then certain people getting stuck in a certain thing because you got a little had a little success, so you forgot that you're a total basketball player. So just because we allowed you to come in like the microwave and just go off, and you did that a couple times, you can't get stuck in that and forget that you still need to run offense, still need to play defense the right way. All of those things believe was I believe it'll work itself out. But with Minifield being able to play, that is big for Arkansas. That everybody gonna have to now get a feel of him being the point guard, but the things that he do and what he's capable of doing on the court, he's a better he's better for the he's better for the overall Florida offense than L. Ellis. And when L. Ellis is in the game, we gotta space the floor, know that he needs to attack, because we need L. Ellis. We need him to keep his confidence, because deep in the tournament, he'll be able to put pressure on guards and attack other point guards in ways that none of the other players can, because he is tough off the dribble and little stuff like that. But we just got to get him in confidence. He's not a jumper shooter. If you look at his 3-point percentage, is not very high, so he needs to attack. Now what he is a shot maker. If you start letting him be able to be free with the ball, do his thing, come off the dribble, just know that he can attack without it being an issue, then he can start to be what he want to be. But that's my take on Arkansas. I still think they'll end up winning about 24, 25 games, but they're going to have to get Brazile in the post. We need more rebounds from him. The rebounding is terrible, and assist. We got to find a way to where we're moving without the ball and get those assist numbers up. Without one of those two, man, I think we're in for a long year. But I think we'll get that taken care of. And Minifield coming back is big for us. So, you know what I'm saying? I believe that Arkansas will get it together, but that's my take on Arkansas. Man, it's the Real Underground Sports, the Real Underground radio station app, realunderground.com. We're also live on the Real Underground radio station Facebook page, YouTube page, all of that good stuff. The Real Underground Sports group page, Facebook. We're live on there. Shout out to Flavor Factory. Flavor Factory will be opening Tuesday, December 26th. Man, all types of sauce in there. As you see some of the sauce up there, up on the screen there, man. You can come in there and get your sauce. It's the Flavor Factory. Before we go to our next segment, I always like to play some music, and that's just what I do. You know what I'm saying? Music, get the sports people hype. And plus, there's a shout out to the artists. We're real big on the artists. But my song of the day, man, right now is the Secret Santa. Joker B. It's something for the holidays. Man, y'all go out there and check out this Joker B. And then we going to jump to the next topic and keep it moving. Secret Santa. Man, go over there in the Real Underground radio station Facebook page. Check us out, man. Little quick show. Haven't been in here in a while. Working on some stuff. Shout out to the Flavor Factory. Shout out Joker B. And again, it's Secret Santa. Just a little sauce for the holidays, man. It's on YouTube. Later tonight, big video video premiere. Secret Santa, and we also got South Santa by D Durden Scalebreaker, man. Check those videos out, man. A lot of fun shooting those videos. Just had a lot of fun, man. This is what we're gonna get into now. The NFL is close. It's coming down, man. NFL season is coming to almost. It's just about to an end, and we're gonna get into the playoff picture and just what I can expect and what y'all think. We just gonna talk about it, bro. And I got I got a picture of the. You see the playoff picture right there. Let's do it like this. We even do it like this. I'm gonna put this playoff picture up here. Make it big so y'all can see it. Look at where your team may or may not be. May or may not be. You see the playoff picture right there. I want y'all just look at that for a second, and we gonna talk about it. We also gonna see what the experts got to say about it. I'm gonna give you my take on it, and then we gonna see what they got to say on it as well. So we're gonna listen to a little bit of both. But right now, you see where our teams are. I'm a San Francisco fan. Being that I'm a San Francisco fan, I don't really care too much for. If you're looking at that bracket right now it's 2 games left. But if you're looking at that bracket right there right now, you see that because of how that stupid little goofy rule that conference or division champions they get a higher seed. So right now the NFC South is terrible. It sucks. But the NFC, because of the NFC South is terrible, then it makes Philly, it drops Philly down in seeding. So if the playoffs were to end today, then San Francisco would end up playing Philadelphia in the second round and get a tougher game than Dallas or Detroit, who should end up playing Philly in the second round and get the tougher matchup. Which I don't care, you know what I'm saying? We beat Philadelphia in Philadelphia. We been the 49ers, and then Philly would have to come to San Francisco. So I'm not worried that much like that, but I'm just saying I don't like that. And I would say, man, if the conference, if the division champion or whoever they are, if you got one of these terrible records and somebody got a better record, you can still get your, I say you still can get your home field advantage for winning your division, but your seeding shouldn't be like that. It should be if you were to win your first round game. So say Philly won that first round game, and then say Dallas and Detroit were to win. I think then who's ever the lower seed out of those 3 should go up to play the 49ers. But right there, now the AFC picture is stupid crazy. Looking at the AFC picture, you got a few teams, bro. When you just look at that, it's so many teams that can make the playoffs, and the playoffs can switch, and the home field advantage can switch. The first round bye can switch. All of that stuff can switch because there's so many teams that got like 8 wins, and they're right there at it. I think the strongest teams in the AFC are Jacksonville, Baltimore, and Kansas City. But being that Jacksonville, Baltimore, and Kansas City are the strongest strongest teams in the AFC, is really in NFC. Whoever comes out the NFC, and if they come out the NFC healthy, I believe it's their Super Bowl to win. San Francisco is my favorite, but Dallas could very well get momentum because if it ended today how it is, then I like with their road to the at least to the title NFC title game, and then the other team would have played a tougher schedule, tougher games. So sometimes tougher games, or it can take a lot out of you. So I don't know. I mean, I like Dallas' chances. I think San Francisco will come out the NFC, and the way it's looking, it'll probably be. I don't know the status of Tyreek Hill, um, so I don't really trust Miami. I don't really trust Miami anyway, so I say Kansas City, Baltimore, and I'm not really. I think Kansas City, if Kansas City is there just because of what they do and the players they have, they probably can. They probably can compete, but I believe the NFC is too strong, and I don't think the Ravens can beat either of these teams. Though after this, I do want to talk about Lamar Jackson and the Ravens from that standpoint because I think that you got some. If he were to come out of the AFC, then is he? It does he get? Is he underrated? Like, do we not? Should we rate him higher as a quarterback than the we being? You know how on the quarterback scope you got Josh Allen, you got Justin Herbert, and a couple of those guys like Herbert and these guys haven't really proven themselves per se. So should we look at Lamar Jackson different? But I talk about that after this playoff picture. I want to hear what some of the NFL Daily guys got to say. Let's listen to them and see what they got to say. And looking at, and like he said, looking at the AFC again, and even if it turned out to be like he's predicting it, I'm not really that sold on the AFC. I don't think that they'll be that good this year. But let's keep going. Let's see. Man, like I said, man, I believe the AFC is weak this year, and it won't be it. Whoever's coming out the AFC, I'm sorry if you like any of those AFC teams, and you can get back at me if I'm wrong, but I do believe that the AFC is not very good this year, and that they won't cause much ruckus at all. You know what I'm saying? And it's an NFC championship year. Like whoever wins the NFC championship will probably win. You know, and so that's there it is. I don't know. So what y'all think, man? We just gonna. And I'm gonna get into a little bit. I'm gonna let him do his NFC previews and see what y'all think about his NFC previews and that sort of deal. And let me see what y'all think. But again, it is looking like everybody really, is expecting it to. And with 2 games left, everybody is pretty much where they should be or where you think they will be, and probably is going to finish right there wherever you think they should be or wherever you think that they will be. Um, just like he was saying, and again, I say, um, it'll be a combination of the Dolphins, the Chiefs, and the Ravens for the AFC title, and a combination of the um, 49ers, Eagles, and Cowboys for the NFC title. But the Lions could, they say, hey, they got something to say about that, man. They probably the Lions say, hey, man, we better than what y'all are saying. So I don't know, we let's see. But we'll go on a little bit more. Let's check a little bit more of this NFC out. Man, I hope I just realized I may have had myself muted a lot of times. And if I have, I apologize. I may go do some voiceover. But shout out Flavor Factory, man. You see a lot of Flavor Factory gear. Um, you see a lot of Flavor Factory gear up there, and a lot of a lot of Flavor Factory gear I've been putting back and forth up there on the screen. Go shop Flavor Factory will be open this Tuesday. This Tuesday, going the day after Christmas. Man, come in there and we about to start doing big things from Flavor Factory. You'll be able to catch me in there. Um, Pretty much every day, man. So come through. Also, if you're an artist out there, this is gonna be we got some situations and some things for you too. So if you're an artist, get with us at the Flavor Factory, man, and see what it is that I'm talking about. And check us out, man. We're gonna get into a little bit more of this NFC preview. Then I'm gonna move along. So we got some big things coming up later on today up here at the studio, and I'm gonna start preparing for that. But let's keep going. I can't make that up. What can I say? What can I say? Exactly. Uh, yeah. Yeah, you heard them. It's Jack Sparrow. They know what they talking about. Go out there and check them out, man. That was that in our NFL preview, playoff preview, Real Underground Sports, Real Underground radio station at realunderground.com over there. We're also on YouTube Live, um, Facebook Live, all the lives like I'll and I'm drawing the blank, but you know, YouTube Live, Facebook Live, whatever else live that we're on. Go check us out on all of those, man. That was good stuff. And again, most people think that it'll be a 49ers Ravens rematch. I see that. I'm believing that that's what it'll be myself. Uh, but I don't think the Ravens are the same team that I mean, I don't know. It's just 49ers, bro, is what I'm saying. I'm trying not to be biased. And I don't want to jinx them like that and do it that way. But, man, Kane is like they really should serve everybody. And it's not anybody in the AFC that I feel like is good enough to beat them. Again, you see some of that sauce up on the screen right there, man. Come over to Flavor Factory. We'll be opening 6th. That's the day after Christmas, and it's up from there. All is everything. It makes so many things to be going on at the Flavor Factory. Just shot the Christmas video at the Flavor Factory. Shout out to Little Rock, D Dirt, Obama, and Scale Breaker. For the song. Song is sauce, man. That song itself is sauce. And y'all go out there and check that out. So we didn't got into this what I wanted. This is what I wanted to say coming behind that. We talking about the NFL picture, but let's say for instance, because this guy seems to think that the Ravens will come out of the AFC just like I think the Ravens will come out of the AFC. Now, if the Ravens were to come out of the AFC and they make the championship game or they make the Super Bowl and what win or lose, let's just say make the Super Bowl, win or lose, but definitely if they were to make it, let's say if they were to and if they were to win it, it would be, it'd be nice. But let's say they were just simply were to make the Super Bowl. The Baltimore Ravens were to make the Super Bowl. How would you view then Lamar Jackson? You yourself, not what everybody else think, not what you think everybody should think of Lamar Jackson. Just how would you view Lamar Jackson yourself? What would you you'd be forced to give him his props. I know that, but like, I don't believe that we place Lamar Jackson in the same category that we place a lot of the other guys, Patrick Mahomes and these guys. So he's not even like I don't even hear his name being brought up when you're talking about the best quarterbacks in the league. I don't never hear them say Lamar Jackson. I always hear them say whoever else, most of the pocket passes, old boy from Cincinnati, I keep wanting to say Andy Dalton. It's almost like I seen him this weekend somewhere. But dang, what is it? I didn't drew a blank. Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow, it's almost like that, we talk about Joe Burrow, we talk about Josh Allen, We still talk about uh, Patrick Mahomes. Even Justin Herbert is in the situation now. A lot of people are talking about C.J. Stroud, and he's a rookie, and they try to still in a way give Lamar Jackson his just due, but they don't. It's like an underhand just due. They don't really give him his full just due, and it's um. What do you think, or what would you put him? And I know you might be, well, if he don't make it, if he don't even make it out the AFC this year, then we can't put him too high up there, or I wouldn't. But should he be? He got his team 9-3. Then already won an MVP. You know, and his team has been, the Ravens have been consistently a team right there to deal with since he's been there. This year it seems like they're running more of a they're calling pocket passer plays for him. And then if he needs to use his feet, he can use his feet as opposed to it being run option plays. And you see what is giving him. And he doesn't even have an all world class of receivers. And you see what he's doing. So he's in contention for the MVP, I would say. I just want to know, where do you put him? And like how we saw his ceiling. Is he ready? Are we ready to say he's up there? He's Patrick Mahomes, Lamar Jackson, or and not as a dual threat, and not because he can run, but as a quarterback, as a leader, as a winner, as all of those things that you say, because that is what he's doing. And dual threat just don't get you an MVP. I don't know. Like I was sitting here thinking about it myself, and I was like, where would I put Lamar Jackson if I were to answer this question myself? Where would I put him? Would I have him up there in the top five, or would I have him? Who would I have him under? You know what I'm saying? Like who who like who would I take out of the top five to put Lamar Jackson in the top five? If Lamar Jackson was in the top, if he wasn't in the top five, or if he wasn't one of those up top three quarterbacks, where would I put him, and who would I put him over? And as much as I say that he's deserving of being talked about and looked at with these guys, I'm trying to have a hard time of like, who is he better than Patrick Mahomes? I wouldn't say better, and I don't really like saying better. I'm gonna say, just would I place him over Mahomes? Would I place him as the number one quarterback? Because I still think Mahomes is the number one quarterback. Would I place him over Mahomes? I'm not sure. Would I place him over? Would I place him over Josh Allen? Yeah, at this point, I would have to say yeah, because Josh Allen hasn't even. Josh Allen doesn't have an MVP. He hasn't made it to a Super Bowl. I don't think. Hadn't made it to a Super Bowl, and then his team is up and down right now. Whereas Lamar Jackson's team isn't up and down right now. His team is probably a favorite to make the Super Bowl still to this day. So, I mean, since he's been there. So I will put him over Josh Allen. I would have to put him over Joe Burrow if I'm ranking them right now, because we saw, Burrow made a Super Bowl. He doesn't have an MVP. And the Bengals are taking a step back, and Lamar Jackson is still there. So the Bengals were it was almost like y'all were the flash in the pan, but then now is time. Reality didn't set in, and then y'all are out of there. So Joe Burrow, he's over there. Justin Herbert, you just got here and you haven't done anything. So if anybody would rank him a higher ranked quarterback than Lamar Jackson right now, then you tripping. And then you looking at, okay, he had a couple of nice throws here and there, but then where's that getting? Tua, if this year numbers wise, you could say, but I couldn't rank him over Lamar Jackson, even though I think he's a better passer than Lamar Jackson or whatever. So I still couldn't rank Tua over Lamar Jackson. I can't really find too many players that. So I'm thinking if he were to make the Super Bowl, he's right there, number two quarterback in the entire league, and you got to put him over all of the guys. Josh Allen, all of these guys. I don't. It's not even any more of them out there. Um, Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts, I still think you put him over Jalen Hurts. I still think you put him over Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy hadn't done enough, so he can't be rated. So I say Lamar Jackson is like hands down the second. If he were to make the Super Bowl this year, then it'll be stamped. All them other guys I should never see from that point unless those guys start being spectacular with the overall success of what they do that entire year. And then moving forward, I should never see a quarterback's ranking list that isn't Mahomes 1, Lamar Jackson 2. And the only way to move him off of that would be for everything year after year to go downhill and he doesn't have any success, and then somebody else go up. And I mean, you get you an MVP. You get you some Super Bowl appearances or wins. And Joe Burrow probably could end up with an MVP and some wins, but his team would have to also, at the same time, stay consistently winning and consistently be in the talks. And regardless of the parts or lack of parts that's been around Baltimore, Lamar Jackson, he's been consistent. Like it hadn't been. He's not one of these that is the weapons around me. He's not one of these that we have the 85 Bears defense. It's not any of that. He's been consistently carrying whomever, and I don't mean that to slight the other players, but he's been consistently carrying whomever. You know what I'm saying? It's been one of those situations where he hadn't had the best players or whatnot. So I think that with a Super Bowl run this season, he's number two. Like it's Mahomes, then Lamar Jackson, and anybody else. Any argument for anybody else? Jalen Hurts, Brock Purdy, any of these guys, they haven't done enough. You're gonna have to do a little bit more for me to even consider. Like I don't know. I don't see them. I don't see them being better. Like I need consistency. Any quarterback, if Lamar Jackson were to make a Super Bowl run, any of those other quarterbacks over the next 2 to 3 years after that would have to get them an MVP, make a Super Bowl run, and Lamar Jackson would have to consistently decline. His team is 8-8. They missed the playoffs, you know what I'm saying, and then it go down, and it keeps going down like that. And unless that happens, now Brock Purdy is in the position, but he missed one Super Bowl, so I can say, he do he got if he get a Super Bowl win. If he get a Super Bowl win, I still think he would have to come back and do the same thing next season. And if he come back and do the same thing next season, he's right there in contention for an MVP. Then he would have the best chance of jumping, and he jumped those other guys to the number 2 spot. Though none of those other guys, I think, has put themselves in position to be a lock up like those that spot after Mahomes. You got Lamar Jackson that I think is right there, and then Brock Purdy with the chance. And I believe Joe Burrow, if the Bengals can get it together, he's the one right after him with a chance. Everybody else, they got a whole lot of work before they can even get close, man. It's the Real Underground Sports and the Real Underground radio station app, realunderground.com, Real Underground YouTube, Facebook page, all of that. Again, we brought to you today by the Flavor Factory. Big shout out to the Flavor Factory. You've been seeing the merch up on the screen. We'll be open Tuesday, and we have lots of big things in store and coming up, and it's going to get better and better, greater and greater. So, Flavor Factory, go shop Flavor Factory. Or if you also clothing designer, you have your own line or whatever, get with the Flavor Factory. You can sell your line in the Flavor Factory. So just get with us. We do that. So, man, hey, I'm telling y'all, man, Tuesday, Flavor Factory. It's the Real Underground Sports. We gonna get it again, man. I'm gonna play this again. I'm gonna play it a couple times, but we got some, just Christmas spirit, man. We're finna get off into this Christmas spirit. I want y'all to go out there, and it's something to ride to. This that Joker B, man. This is Secret Santa, and I think, man, listen, this is one of the better Christmas songs, but it's a good song, man. You might want to just ride and bump it, but it's Secret Santa. Man, you hear this? The Secret Santa, Real Underground Sports. Man, I'm gonna say this here. Then we're gonna get out of here. Just a couple of little quick points, man. Then we're gonna get up out of here. Um, what y'all think about? What y'all think about the Colorado situation? You know what I'm saying? Colorado football, Coach Prime. We know what happened this year. What is Shador getting hurt too? So they had a lot to do with it. But they had a few injuries, man. They had some unfortunate situations. So, but I was saying, I said, man, look, Deion gonna get it together. I was telling folks, I was telling people, Deion will get it together. I said he's lacking like some linemen and just little things of that nature, bro. And if y'all give him a little time, he'll be back. And I don't know if Shador's coming back. But I figured Deion to be back, and he got a nice recruiting class coming in. So, y'all think about Deion, Coach Prime, and what he's doing. Hey, what you think about Coach Prime, man? I think he'll be back. They'll be back. You know what I'm saying? That's my take on it. Also, man, everybody from around here, we know Arkansas had some changes. KJ Jefferson leaving. How you feel about KJ Jefferson leaving? And then how do you feel about uh like hey, not only KJ Jefferson leaving, but how do you feel about the players that Arkansas done brought in? They brought in a quarterback transfer from Boise State. I was gonna show you a little bit about him, but I can't really find. Let me see if I can find something about him. Transfer from Boise State. I know we got a couple big couple big time recruits that people were happy for. A couple 4-star players, you know what I'm saying. But as far as big name players, not very, not very good. Not very like not a whole bunch of big name hitters, but I think that they will be okay. But I want to see if I can find any video of this quarterback. Here he is right here. Let's see if show y'all a little bit of this, and then y'all tell me what y'all think about this quarterback. What Petrino has coming in. I think he got some nice receivers and stuff to go with him. But we gonna let this guy tell us what we think. A little bit about the quarterback we got coming in, and we gonna get up out of here. Yeah. So that's what I'm. That's Taylor Green, man. That's a little bit on him, and that's Arkansas. But I'm gonna talk next week. We'll talk a lot more about that, about Arkansas and Taylor Green, and see what just continue to see what y'all think. But I would like to know what y'all think about Bobby Petrino. What will he be able to do with at Arkansas? Will it be any better? Will we get back to those, I guess, good old promise days when he had them 10 and whatever, 11 and 3, whatever and whatever. I believe um, that we're headed in the right direction, and Petrino will always do what he supposed to do. I trust in Bobby Petrino. I think that the sky's the limit for Arkansas, man. But that's all I'm gonna do, man. We go into a quick commercial real quick, and then we're gonna get up out of here. Come get it. Come get it, man. That's 18, bro. Go to 18 for all your needs, man. We come up there and shop 18. Also shop Flavor Factory. So you know what I'm saying? I've been telling y'all about the Flavor Factory. Show today is brought to you by the Flavor Factory. Shout out to Flavor Factory, man. Head up there. Man, starting Tuesday, get all your sauce, brother. We finna do big things with the Flavor Factory. I'm telling you, man, shout out to the Flavor Factory. And y'all need to go up there and check it out. But Tuesday, come check out the Flavor Factory. It's the Real Underground Sports on the Real Underground radio station app and the realunderground.com. The Real Underground Facebook group page, the Real Underground group page, the Real just all of those. Just go and check us out on and one of them, as they say, and one of them. Man, that's all the show we gonna do. You know what I'm saying? Get out a double camera of me. All the show we gonna do today, but I do want you to check this out. Something for the holidays, man. Like I've been saying, artists, you can also advertise on any of our live shows like this one. So if you got videos that you may want to play on any of our live shows, show yourself some love. Get with us, man. But this Joker B, Secret Santa, Real Underground Sports. Man, what it do?
Oh, shit, man. What you doing? You a little,
Boy, I'm doing,
little what they call it,
I'm live.
what the hell they got a deal?
But the motherfucker terrible don't do it.
Huh?
That shit terrible.
This shit right here?
Mm-hmm.
Gummies.
No, it ain't.
So these are not
I
gummies.
don't know what the fuck that is.
The fuck they supposed to be?
That's what it's supposed to be.
It's a
Damn.
liquor gummies.
Them need that shit is some. That's not no gun. Like that's some other shit. Fuck them motherfuckers.
What you had? How had you feeling?
Man, that shit ain't no gummy, and so your stomach gonna be hurting.
For real?
Yeah, that shit ain't no gummy.
You don't smell that shit. You supposed to smell that shit.
Yeah, that shit terrible.
This shit stank like a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
That's 88.